So hello everyone. So let's talk about why do we need a spot welding and why it is necessary to spot weld rather than doing a soldering. So we have all these rechargeable batteries. So if you can see, this is 1865 battery, and it's hard to do a soldering here and then it comes out and all. So it is very important to do a spot welding when you have more than one battery to terminate it. So or else you have these cases like this where you can insert the battery and then you take the wire out. But the problem is sometimes because of oxide formations, the terminals doesn't give you proper voltage and it doesn't charge. So it's very important that we do a spot welding to have a better connectivity. Now these are the batteries. You have different lithium ion, polymer batteries. You don't do a spot welding. It comes with a connectivity with the wire. But this kind of batteries, you definitely need to do a spot weld. So now talking about spot weld, we have multiple spot welding machines in the market. So sometimes you get a small kit where you have a circuit here and you can build up your own spot welding machine with these connectors and all those. But the problem is you really need a good battery which costs you almost maybe 2,000, 3,000 rupees for a proper spot welding, and that's good for a small job when you want to do spot welding on multiple batteries. These machines are not going to help you out in any way. So there are many spot welding machines in the market, and one of them is this. I bought it very recently. This is called Sunkko, and I'm going to unbox this. So let's see what is there inside. And all right, so it has got the model number is Sunkko 737G, dual digital display, intelligent precision plus spot welder, right? So this is the manual, you can see, and let me see what exactly it is. A instructions manual. So in the front panel, what you have showing is introduction, panel introduction, welding introduction, attention to use. So you have the front panel. So I'll show you, I will open and show you. So let me show you this exactly what you have. And in the front panel, if you see, you have welding pressure adjustments. On the top there is a bottom adjusting knob. Then you have fixed welding heads and the LEDs. So there are two LEDs under the welding heads to give you a proper visualization. And then you have welding plus, IP and percentage of current, and there are setting knobs, and there is a pedal and the power switch. So in the back you have a fuse and a cord holder and power cord, and it says QC tag, parameters tag and all those. So this is the introduction of this, what you have now. So the other things, the parameters is the Sunkko 737G is a precision spot welding machines which is designed to enhance the welding of the metals without excessive heat buildup. So when you do a spot welding, definitely you should ensure there is no heat buildup, otherwise your battery may get damaged. So the parameters what you have in this, so these are the technical parameters. Welding parts A, and the input current, it can operate one AC 110 volt to 220 volt. And please check your machine suitability voltage to use. So I'm in India and we use 220 volt at 50 hertz. So the welding current is around 50 amperes to 800 amperes, so it's quite high current. So we should definitely put that in the socket where we use air conditions, so that you can draw that current, otherwise it's going to trip off. So now coming to the primary current, which is 2 amperes to 15 amperes. So that's the primary current. So you need minimum 2 amperes, right? So any of the sockets should work out, depends upon the what MCB you have used. If the MCB is weak, definitely it's going to trip off. So the net weight is around 4.3 kgs and the dimension is 140 into 245 into 200 mm. And the welding thickness, which is very important, you can weld at 0.05 mm to 0.2 mm. So 0.2 mm thick nickel paddings, it can be welded through this. So that's the maximum it can do. And 1 plus is 0.05 to 0.12 mm. 2 plus is 12 to 0.02 mm. Work cycle less than 20 minutes in a minute for intermediate welding. Right, so this is what the basic instructions, and I'm going to unbox this and see how it functions. So let's do that. So apart from that, I have a product warranty card. It is Fosan Mildy Electronics Co Limited, and thank you for choosing the Sunkko series of the product. We hope the Sunkko product is after the sales and service would make you satisfaction. So let's see how is that. And this is in China. This is a product from China. So yeah, product from China is not always bad. We have even iPhone get manufactured in China. Okay, all right. So let me unbox this. It's nicely packed. So what is this? We have a foot pedal and so we have 1865 battery holders, some nickel strips, and then we have the Allen key, 2 fuses, and four electrodes for the spot welders. So let me open this. Wow. So this is the machine. Let me keep this aside. So let me keep this aside, and then let's see what does it have. So this is the front panel of the machine. As I mentioned in my earlier talks, that we have a knob. So there is a knob, and this is to the pressure. So it says minimum and maximum. Maximum is 700 grams of pressure, and the minimum is 200 grams of pressure. So apart from that, so we have the switch on off and the pedal. I have the pedal, So paddle can be connected here, right? And then alright, so this is what, and then we have a battery holder. Let me switch on this. So yeah, you have the lights, you can see the lights coming here, and you have, let me show you. So I've connected my foot pedal, and this is the connection to the foot pedals. I switched on, and I have 3 settings to do the current, up and low. So let's do that. So 70, 80, and 80 is the max, and the low current, if I go 30 is the minimum. So you have 30 and 80. So I will prefer to have around 60, and then we press here, so I can increase 60, 65 to B, and the current is set to 60. So let me power it off before I connect the electrodes. So I power it off. I have the 2 electrodes and the Allen key here. Let me do that. So I have the Allen key on the electrodes, and I have to loosen this screw. So let me put one by one. So you should make sure the electrodes are completely tight. There is no loose gap between the supply inputs. Otherwise it's going to spark there. That's not going to be good. So let me lose it a bit more so that I can have the electrodes. Okay, perfect. So I have both the electrodes in the same level. I'm going to tighten this screw back. Yeah, I've tightened the screw. Now I'm going to switch it on and going to do a test. So I have multiple strips here, and this strip says that 0.15 into 5 into 100 mm. So resistance is 17.2 ohms at 100 mm. So 17.2 ohms is the resistance of this strip. So now, if we are very concerned about the voltage and drop, there will be voltage drop of 17 voltage drop by the resistor at 17.2 ohms. So if you are very particular, you have to adjust that in your circuit. So I'm going to use one as the strip. This is 30 pieces, and the resistance is 31 ohms, and it is specification is 0.1 into 4. So let me open this and check it out. So this is the strip. I have another strip. Yeah. So holding the strip itself, you can see it is much thicker. So I'm going to use the thinner one for testing now. So let me do that. So I will use one of my battery. I already have one here. So I'm going to use that. There is a good battery holder. So I'm going to spot weld the negative terminal of it. So I have the foot pedal. So I'm going to point it here. So I have 60 amps. So let me try to do that. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to center it and then I'm going to hold it. Right, I'm going to press my foot pedal. So let me center it properly. So I've done, and let me check. So you can see it's nicely spot welded. It was easy. I can see that it has penetrated the nickel strip nicely and got spot welded. I'll do another spot weld here, adjacent to it to make it more. So let me do that here. Again, I've folded it, put little pressure. So that was it. So it is nicely spot welded. So now yeah, so this is I don't find any issues here. I can pull it off. No, it's not. So it is nicely spot welded, and yes, the price is not big. You can get that in India around 18 to 20,000 rupees, I think so. So this is not sponsored video, so please don't think that I'm hiking up this. This is a perfect thing for your job, and it really does your job. So I would recommend, if you want to buy this, you can blindly get this. Cheers.